Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Strat Gamer here, providing you with a new Anno 1800 episode today. And if you've watched my latest mod review, you know that now we are moving into mods related to ships. And indeed, today we are going to review two different modes. One is called the Instant Shipbuilding Update, and the second is the Ship Unlocker. So as sort of the titles of those two say, one of them enables you to really build all of your ship very quickly, or at least most of the ships. We're going to look into that in details. And the second enables you to unlock a lot of ships immediately. And by immediately, I mean you don't have to get items, special items, things like this. So we're going to go into details into that. That doesn't mean that all of the ships are available, but pretty much all of them. So, if you're keen into getting many different types of ships early on, either to build a beautiful fleet or because you like this type of gameplay, don't hesitate to do that. And also, obviously, if you're fighting against 3-star AIs and you're having some trouble, maybe the instant ship build can really help you. So let's dive in, and before I forget, sorry, so the first one, the instant ship building, is from APG Arnold, but it's actually sort of an updated version of a previous mod by Knight of O. And then the second, the ship unlocker, is from Dark Cloud Walker. So thank you all of the three of you for all those great mods. And let's dive in. So if we look into this one, the sailing shipyard, you can already see a few new ones, right? Usually you have these 5 here from the schooner, the gunboat, the frigate, the clipper, and the ship of the line. Then you add the pirate one. So the pirate gunboat, the pirate frigate, and the pirate ship of the line. And if you want to build this one, or if you want to get these ones without this mod, there's usually two ways. One is to buy it from the pirates. So for that, you actually need to get into a trade agreement with them, which can take some time and can be a bit, let's say, not very. It can end very quickly, let's say. and the second reason is that there are some items that enable you, if you put them in your Harbor Master office, to build those ships. And I won't go into the details of all those items, but of course, if you go into Control T, you can't find them. You can find them. You can go to Unknown, you can select your Harbor Master, and then find them. Then you can see the royal ship of the line, which is really a nice one, the one from Her Majesty. And then your flagships and imperial command ships. So that is some great additions to put a bit more of variety in your fleet. And then for this one, it's even more. You can see these are the normal ones, right? Your cargo ship, your battle cruiser, your monitor, your oil tanker. And then on top of that, you have this new tugboat. You have the pirate monitor, which is a very fast one. And if you don't know about some of those ships, I do have a video on explaining the difference between many of those ships that will pop up now at the top. And then you have the Pierforian 3 ships, the monitor, the battle cruiser, and the warship, which is quite a unique one. And then you can also build now the extravaganza. Once again, in the past, if you wanted to build the extravaganza, it was either buying it mostly from the pirates, or actually finding an item that enabled you to build it. Now you don't have to do that anymore. So this is the ship unlocker, really nice to be able to have a lot of different variety of ships in your fleet. And then the second is, as I said, the instant build. And what's important for the instant build, as I'm going to show you now, is it still requires sort of the normal, let's say, requirements, or to be more precise, you still need to connect to a road for this one. Let me just connect like this. And you see now immediately constructed. And just to show you a bit more, this is the ship. With the queens. Now, similarly for this one, you also need a road, but that is not all that you need. If you remember, you also need electricity. Oh, and sorry, the electricity is working because now the electricity is stopped. And if you look at this one, it is now not moving. 4 minutes and 17 seconds, still not moving. So now if we do reconnect, and we build, for example, this one, you'll see instantly built. And you can also see it in the description where you look at the time 0 minutes, 0 minutes, 0 minutes, 0 minutes. And it is actually not for all ships. And it sort of makes sense because, when this instant building ship mode was done, I think they didn't take into account some other ships that weren't really, let's say, base game. For example, this tugboat really isn't base game, right? And I think there's also this one that, and for that one, it is sort of base game, so I think they just forgotten about it. But and this one too. But all these ones are 0, and in particular, the extravaganza is at 0, which can be quite useful for anyone, right? Even if you're beauty builders and and you want to go for a record. To be honest, a record is not linked to this mod because this mod will just sort of take you less time to get to the 500 extravaganza steamer that you need to reach your 6 million population, for example, right? So that won't, in my opinion at least, won't really change anything because it's not, this isn't the limit that you're trying to move. It's just taking you so much time to build them all. So anyway, that was the second. So once again, the instant ship update and the ship unlocker, really two interesting mode to start this series on the ships, the mode review for ships. Hope you did like this episode. Don't hesitate to share any feedback, comment that you may have, in particular if there's very specific modes that are related to ships that you're interested in. I have already a long list that I'm planning, but just in case, of course, don't hesitate to share it, and hope to see you next time.